Well, let's switch gears and talk about some of the stuff you've done outside of wrestling. I know you've been involved with a lot of charity work and done a lot of stuff to help out in your community. What stuff have you done to help give back over the years?
Well, there was I did a lot of promotions with not the name of the it was a my father had a promote his friend had a promotion in Harlem, and every year we used to do a Christmas drive and hand out toys to the kids. That was a yearly thing. We went to hospitals to visit children. My father's promotion did the same thing. Um, and my father never charged students from the community that were financially strapped. They go in there, he'll take kids that have problems, in the street, maybe with drugs, maybe getting in trouble with the law, and he never charged them. And we did a lot of stuff like that. And the headhunters came out of his school too, and they helped out a lot.
Was there a particular moment or memory that when you were helping someone out that just really was heartwarming?
Yeah, there was one kid that I think it was in the Bronx that he had lost his mother to an illness. His father went to jail, and that kid was a mess, a mess. And I happened to meet him across the street in a community center across the street, Batanzas. And we started talking. And I told him I wrestled, and said I would like to learn that. Brought him into my father's, and I was saying that in 4 months he was really catching on. I never heard him get in trouble again. He got a job, so that was one of the inspirational moments. We could get that kid off the street.
Yeah, I mean, it's sad when you see people that are struggling, and it's hard when they're suffering and they're not in a good place. And one of those things, it's one of those situations where you have to be there for them because they're going through something in their life that it's just so it's hard to describe it. It really is because I think it's just when you help somebody that's not in the right place in life, you want to help them make sure that they do good and that their mind is right. So kudos to
And
you for
not
being
only
able to
that,
do it.
not only that, if you don't break that cycle, it's just going to keep on. Yeah, you have a child, and he sees you doing what you're doing. He's going to think that's normal, and then he's going to have children, and he's going to probably do it, and they're going to think it's normal. So breaking the cycle, I think that's the most important thing.
Yeah, because you got to know right from wrong. You have to know what's right is right, wrong is wrong, and to be able to have the knowledge to correct behaviors, that's very important.
And that starts at home.
Definitely does.
Yeah.
What is it about giving back to the community that gives you the most joy?
It's just that seeing somebody succeed, seeing somebody get out of the rut they're in and change their life around. And just seeing smiles on kids' faces. They can't afford toys at Christmas, and you're giving them for the moment at least some kind of happiness. I think that's great.
Best
And I'm
feeling in
always
the
doing that. Like I'm always doing that. Maybe I have a fault because I try to help as much people as I can. I walk down the streets of New York City all the time. I see homeless people. I try to give as much as I can. They ask for money. I rather say, listen, there's a restaurant there. You want to go? I'll get you something to eat. You never know what they're gonna do with this money. But and I taught my kids that too. They know that about me. just I feel so bad when I see somebody that's unfortunate or sleeping in the streets. So yeah, I do a lot of that stuff, and I just love it.
All you can do is pay it forward one step at a time.
Yeah, that's what I say.